Hi there, YouTube. You're probably wondering why my hair looks ridiculous and I look like a hot mess. um, that's because some of my dreads, I've decided that I'm going to take them out and redo them. They're incredibly loopy. It's right before their 2-month babyversary, but I decided to kind of experiment this past month with the neglect method just to kind of see what my dreads would do on their own. And they've looped up a ton. They've definitely tightened on their own without me doing anything but washing them. And a little bit of clockwise rubbing, but I was like really lazy too because I had so many school things going on. But they got really loopy, and originally I was thinking, oh, I'll just go to the salon and get them maintained, and they can probably, shove some of the loops out. And I was like, I really hated the size of them on top anyway. They were a lot thicker on top than they are on the bottom. The size wasn't uniform. And by the end of the appointment I had originally, she'd done a really good job overall, but I was also thinking, like, I probably could have just done twist and rip by myself, and they probably would have turned out really good. And my hair has gained about, I'd say, like over a half an inch. So my hair is even longer. So I decided I'm going to try and take some of them. I'm going to take just these thick top ones out, the ones that have the worst looping problems. You can see that one. I think there's some on bottom that have it bad too, and I'll decide if I need to fix those, if I need to brush them out and redo them, or just fix them with a crochet hook. But I thought some of you might benefit from knowing how to take out your dreadlocks without having to cut them off or shave your head. This is a common worry that people, especially people with straight hair, have. And I have very curl prone and wavy prone because of the loops. I think that's why that my hair gets so loopy, is because it's like wavy prone too. But yeah, so first of all, I would like to point out, like, look at how much loose hair I've got so far. I was at it for only a few minutes, and I hadn't even grabbed my comb yet. So my dreadlocks are almost 2 months old, and so if you have young dreadlocks and you've decided you want to take them out, or you just want to take a few out and fix them, then this should be a really good method for you. If you want to take all of yours out, it's actually even easier because you don't have to like wrap up the dreads that you don't want to get conditioner on. So basically, all you're going to need for the method that I'm using with my dreadlocks is some conditioner, your fingers, and a comb, and maybe some water. I decided to wet mine first, and then what I did is I took some conditioner. This is a deep conditioner, like a deep conditioning mask, and so I'd recommend something like that, like a deep conditioner, not an everyday conditioner. I mean, if you have that around and that's all you have, like, you can use it. It just might take a little longer, but this has worked really well. So, and then just work it into dread, and then you'd wash your hands. I'm just wiping mine off on a cloth. And what I started to was just to start pulling them apart, like. And the thing is, what's really nice about deciding early on that you want to take them out and fix them is that they aren't maturely locked up all the way, especially if you were like me and you just were kind of lazy about maintaining them. They were knotting up, but as you can see, easy peasy. I've already taken out probably another centimeter or so. If you find that you're at a much harder spot and it gets like, just like the dread itself is really hard and really knotted up, then that's what the comb is for. And I recommend just buying a pack of really cheap combs because they might break. And then just start combing it out. Look at that. This is probably going to be harder on some of my other dreads. This was my loosest one. And the thing is you just have to have patience and maybe a little ibuprofen. Your head will probably be sore after. But as you can see, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my hair. It's perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. And it's coming out pretty easily, which I think says to me that clearly they were not knotted up tight enough in the first place. But, yeah, so, I might make this, I guess you'll be able to tell by the title on whether or not I do this, but I'm thinking of making this a 2-part video and then showing you the twist and rip method of putting dreadlocks in. yeah, so I might do that for all of you. Anyway, so in case I don't, I hope that I hope this helped, and I will definitely talk to you soon. Hi there, YouTube. Okay, so as you can see, I have gotten the most of the top layer undreaded, and important if you're someone who's also undreading and then redreading is to get the sections that you want. So I didn't have rubber bands, so I tied mine off with hemp string like a good hippie. And so when I've done one dread to show you, and I'm basically just going to show you the twist and rip method, which is sort of the most probably I'd say the easiest do-it-yourself method for sure. Optional items to have around. Hold on. Optional items to have around are also a comb. I'd say it's best to get a like metal really fine tooth comb, like a flea comb, or you can get the one from the Dreadhead HQ website. If you can't find one around you, I'm just using a plastic one. I have a bajillion plastic combs, so I don't care if it breaks. And then you can also use a crochet hook, like a 0.7 millimeter or less. I'm not 100% sure what this one is because it's from the Dreadhead HQ website and it doesn't say on it. I'm guessing it's like really tiny though, like less than 0.5 millimeters. So, yes. Alright, now I'm going to, but really if you don't have either of those things, I mean you probably have a comb, but if you don't have one that you're okay with breaking, the basic thing you need are just your hands. And this is also, I think, if you are someone who wants to go the closer to a neglect method, natural method route, but you want a little more control, that this is the next step up, this is the least damaging to your hair. And yeah, I mean, I was able to comb out most of them without losing hardly any length. Some of them come from different areas, so that's why this side looks longer. I didn't like lose a bunch of length on this side. Just these dreads here are doing fine, so I didn't do anything with them. Alright, so now I'm going to do this one. This hair is very silky. I can tell which hair was like really tightly dreaded and which hair wasn't because the hair up front is like super silky. The dreads that the girl did last. And it was like really, they went out so quick, and some of these took an hour to get out, which is why it's past midnight. Oh, also another optional thing that I am going to use is a shakeout dry shampoo. You can get a similar product that's specifically made for dreads from the Dreadhead HQ website that's only like $8, but this was like $13. It's from Redken. But if you have a dry shampoo that shakes out, that just makes the hair like sticky and it makes it just lock up better. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna pour some of that out onto my desk and take some of it onto my finger and just start rubbing it in. Start with. This powder is especially good for teasing, which is why it's really good for making dreadlocks. Okay, now that it's finally coated, I'm going to divide my section in two pieces, twist, bring it back together, and rip. You see that? Yeah, okay, I'll just, so then again twist, and then take the section at a different spot and rip, twist, and rip, twist, and rip. And I'm just going to go down the whole dread, or lock of hair rather, and you can just watch as magic happens. The lady at the salon was like, or at the hair school rather, was ridiculously fast at doing this. And it gets kind of harder once you get down to the end, which is where your teasing comb will come in great handy, basically. Okay, now I'm getting down to the end. As you can see, look, magic. Also, if you want to do temporary dreads, you could do this to just some of your hair, like, but not be like super duper careful about it, and then they'll just kind of like fall out a little bit at the end of the day, or when you wash your hair, it'll be really easy to comb them out. So this is also a really good way to do temporary dreadlocks. Okay, now it's starting to hurt my hands. Alright, I'm going to take my teasing comb and just tease the ends of my hair. Ah, this is difficult when I'm paying attention to the camera. A little bit of loose hair fell out. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is simply just start palm rolling. And after I palm roll, I would probably want to go back and do a little bit more back combing, but as you can see, it's like it's getting harder here. And voila, you could totally just stop there and you have yourself a brand new little baby dread. Or what you could also do, I'm not having, is like there's frizzies around, and if you just want to get them tighter, you can go in with your crochet hook. I'm really new at using this for anything besides maintenance, like we're actually using it to make dreads, or locks rather. But how I've seen it done is you just hold the dread and you take the, crochet hook, just like down into the dread and just pull loose hair in. And just like work your way down. You see that? And just be careful, listen to what sounds your hair is making. If there's a lot of popping and breaking, then it means your crochet hook is probably too big, and that's not a good way to start your dreadlocks. That makes them weak when a ton of hair breaks, which I've suffered a bit of breakage after taking so many out. Down at the bottom of the lock is where you're going to have a lot more loose hair. And you can do like twist and rip your whole head and then go back home the ends and then go crochet, or just twist and rip your whole head, or do what I'm showing you in the video and do, I'm gonna see if I can't bump the tips just a little bit. Twist and rip back home and crochet each individual dread as you go along. Okay, that got rid of some of the frizzies. It's really in the days after you make them, it's going to be, I can't stress the importance of palm rolling and root rubbing for straight hair types or hair types that are wavy because that was the key, like when I was palm rolling every night, and I don't think it even made a huge difference when I wasn't using wax except for frizzing, or except for frizz. Wax totally helped me with frizz, and it did make them kind of hard and compact, but anyway, wax is kind of optional. But palm rolling though really helped them stay smooth and keep from getting loopy. I basically just got down to the spot where I was only washing my hair, and I just watched them just do all sorts of ridiculous things that then I realized I really didn't like that they were doing, and now I'm fixing them. So I can't stress enough that if you're at a time in your life where you can't dedicate half hour to an hour every night to palm rolling, wait on getting your locks if you want them to be really smooth. If you're cool with the loopy look, like on other people I really like it. On me it like pissed me off. I think it's because my last set was pretty loopy because I got lazy with those. But yeah, so I will come back later. It could be Sunday. I'm filming this on Friday night. It could be like Sunday. But I will come back later when they're all redone to show you the finished look. And I don't really know if I have a before picture, but you saw them. They were quite loopy. Yeah, anyway, good night and I will talk to you soon. Okay, so that actually went really fast. Making the dreadlocks was super fast. There's a couple in the back that I didn't get to undo just because it was taking so long, so I'm going to have to leave those for a different day. But for the purpose of this video. So these on top here are the ones that I did. Some of them feel like this one can't. Yeah, I feel like this one's been here for a while, maybe. Yeah, because it's really... I already can't tell the difference. No way, it's so up high. I'm not sure. This one I definitely did, because I can... Yeah, it's really weak right now. So yeah, this is the finished result. I have twice as many dreadlocks on top, which I'm so happy with. Yeah, this gives a lot more even volume, and now all the bumps are gone on top, and now it's just up to me to keep palm rolling. So you can see the difference between, my hair is dark so it's kind of hard to tell, between the mature ones and the new ones. I don't even know if you can. Let's see. These are mature ones down here. So yeah, so these ones have a few loops, but not enough, and I'm gonna take them all out, especially because, overall they're really hard, and, like, they're super, super tight. It would definitely take me quite a while, because they're super tight all the way through, versus, like, these, so these are, like, really, like, thin, and hard, and tight, and then these are, like, really fat, and fluffy, and weak. So that's kind of the difference. But because the old ones are on bottom, then they blends in better. Especially because since I use Twist and Rip, okay, this one's definitely an old one. You can tell because it's kind of loopy. But this one can definitely be palm rolled and look it straight. With the new ones, you can see there's not really that much of a braided texture. They just look locked. They just look dreaded and a little twisted, but not. But if you remember in my reveal video how, like, it looked like I had a head full of braids, kind of. So I actually kind of like that. And then since a lot of these down here are losing their braided texture finally, these will actually blend in more, even though they're officially now, they're about 2 months younger. So yeah, I hope this video helps some of you. As you can see, this method was totally viable. It was super, super, super fast doing the actual dreads. But I'm sure I'm going to have to do a lot of beginning maintenance, especially after I shower. That's going to be fun. Oh dear God, I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of redoing them. These ones, we'll see. They're really weak right now though. And I gained a lot of length back from these top layers. So the length is a little bit more uniform, which I like. So yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. Please talk to me in the comments below. If you're someone who has locked hair, then share your tricks with me. It's always good to share tricks. I think what I'm going to do is spray on some of my my Dolly Locks Coconut Lime Dreadlock Tightening Spray. I also wasn't using this during my little neglect period, and I've missed it. I think these little ladies are gonna need it. yeah, I hope you all are having a really, really, really wonderful night, and I'm gonna go pass out, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.